Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment. Mitch, do you like the Chipotle?
Yeah, I do. The thing about those things, they're two meals.
They're huge.
For me. Yeah.
Is there a secret to their menu to say something like half the size? Can I get the kids' version
I would love that,
of that
yes.
bowl? Because you're right, it's too big. Interesting, Chipotle making headlines recently. They are working on a robot to come in and take over some of the duties that some of their behind-the-counter folks do. They are bringing in a robot called the Autocado, okay? It's a guacamole bot that's going to slice and pit all the avocados. They say it usually takes about an hour for an employee to do this job for one single serving of the guacamole. The guac bot reduces it to half that time.
Well, and that's what they push, that everything in there is fresh. It's supposed to be. So if they can, and if it's less than an hour old, because the first one is going to be an hour old by the time you're done with it, right? Think about it that way. If it can be done faster, I'm for that.
We know how quickly guacamole goes bad, right?
It has that weird green look.
I know, it's so bummer. And they're also testing out a robot chip maker as well.
I can see that one.
So,
that would seem, you just, and then cut it and whatever.
And you think about cutting the avocados. I mean, so many people get hurt cutting avocados every year because it's dangerous.
Well, they're easy to cut, and so I imagine if you're doing it so many times, you just, it's muscle movement, memory rather, and I can see it.
So they're saying it could save on time and money, and of course, safety for employees.
Guacbot, I love it.
The Guacbot. Well, the FDA just approved a once-a-day birth control pill to be sold over the counter, meaning you no longer need a prescription. The O pill could hit pharmacies before the end of the year. Those in favor say the access will help stop unintended pregnancies. According to the FDA, there are 6 million pregnancies in the U.S. each year, and more than half of those were unplanned. The O pill is a daily single-use hormone pill and has been a reliable form of prescription birth control since the 1970s.
I have 4 kids, so obviously I don't know too much about that birth control pills. However, though, it seems like you have to make sure your body's ready for this, or is it one pill can take care of it? Like, will it have different reactions to different people?
I think it's important for you to make sure that this is right for your body, regardless of your age. I think they think this pill is the most generic that will be best used by every body type. But really, you should see a doctor and make sure that whatever you're taking, the hormone levels are right for your body.
I know there was a lot of controversy, obviously, with the morning after pill.
Yeah.
This would actually, you wouldn't have to take it if you're
right. This is your regular daily birth control pill over the counter.
A Real Housewife of Beverly Hills took to Instagram to make a very special announcement. 54-year-old Kyle Richards is 1 year sober. Good for her. She posted this photo with the caption, "Today marks 1 year alcohol-free for me. A number of things made me come to that conclusion that I didn't want to drink." She goes on to say, "I knew it was no longer serving me," no pun intended, "physically, mentally, or spiritually. I never put a time frame on when I would drink again or say if I ever would. All I know is that I've never felt better physically or been more clear mentally." Now, we have an expert here, Hugo. Good thing or bad thing, Hugo, our executive producer here on the show. He is everything when it comes to these reality shows. Good thing or bad thing? Is this going to help or hurt the show?
This will help the show, and it will guarantee her a spot back on the show because they need a storyline. And these housewives becoming alcoholics, quote unquote, allegedly, at every event they shoot, there's the alcohol's flowing. Bravo supplies the alcohol.
Yeah, because it makes for better TV.
No, exactly, makes for better TV. And Kyle recently announced she was getting divorced. 3 days later, they were back together. They're no longer getting divorced. So they're basically seeing what sticks to the wall. What are you going to bring me for?
What story is going to go? And again, it could be a spinoff on her own show, starting over with Kyle. Who knows?
That's a great point.
You could kind of maybe look at it that way because they're going to need more programming. So we'll see about that. What about her sister? I know her sister kind of had a problem with not only alcohol but with substance abuse. Is she sober or is she working on it? Do you know? Is that part of the storyline?
She's definitely working on it, but she's no longer on the show. That's Kim you're talking about.
Yes.
And that storyline played out on the show.
I think,
But she was really alcoholic. She was a real alcoholic on the show.
And she was. Remember, she was a child star, Escape from Witch Mountain, and everybody wanted her, and they had the cameras on, and she went all out on it. So, and Kyle a lot of times had to fix, from what I remember watching, Kyle had to fix a lot of the situations that Kim had kind of gone through. So there you go. Well, good luck to her, and of course, we want you to have more fun. Why don't you stick around? We'll be back after this.